Welcome to another episode of Touring History, and today we have one of the wealthiest men in his time in the 1880s, Hamilton Disston. He bought 4 million acres, St. Cloud area, and in 1881 he made a deal with the government. He would drain the surrounding areas because a lot of it was flooded. So we see here canal here, and what he did was he drained the water level by 8 feet, which is pretty amazing. And these canals are part of it. But he had a sugar mill, and this sugar mill is from 1885, around 1885, and this mill lasted not long. There was some type of government ban on homemade sugar or what have you. But he made a deal with the government, and he had the sugar mill. So here's the foundations of that mill, again built in 1880s. And so it's pretty amazing when you think about the surrounding area on flat land right next to a water canal. Again, Hamilton Disston bought, and there's a body of water behind these trees. In Hamilton Disston, he bought 4 million acres here in this area of Florida. And of the 4 million acres he bought, he only spent 25 cents to each acre. So he spent $1 million to purchase 4 million. He got 1 million acres, spent 25 cents an acre. And then with that, one of the deals was that he would drain out the water areas here, and then he created this. So these, actually, think about it, this was built in the 1880s. Pretty amazing stuff when you think about it. And we're going to see another area that they also made part of that sugar mill coming up. As we continue to look at this sugar mill that Hamilton Disston made in the 1880s, established it here, and then once the government got rid of the law restricting sugar, this ended up collapsing as far as the business. Ended up selling the parts, the machinery, and everything. So there's something that was established by this wealthy man. Again, 1880s, spent $1 million to buy 4 million acres, and that was 25 cents. So we see here this brick here, and pretty amazing when you think this goes back to the 1880s. Think about the hands that kind of put that together there. And here are just the ruins of this sugar mill. A number of areas here are called Sugar Mill. See that here? And no, I'm not going through those growth that's happened over here. But then also part of that we see over here. And this was part of the sugar mill as well. Again, in the 1880s. And seems like a peaceful area. Had the water canal here, so they had the source of water that was needed. And I say it's roughly 60 yards, the distance between the two locations. So we have this area here. That's part of the sugar mill. And sadly it's not kept up, but there's a number of areas around here called Sugar Mill. And this is part of that sugar mill factory that was here. And I tried going in there. I know the people that, if they worked in there, went in there, they weren't very tall. So it's see how it goes back there, and we'll kind of make our way around so that way you have a good view. Imagine the hands that put this together. And 1881 is when the agreement came, and so imagine it might have been an event type area, but so the structure is sadly been a lot of graffiti on there. And we see this there. And some more probably vent areas. And this would probably be the other entrance of it. And you can actually walk through there. I was having to duck down a lot. Alright, so here's these ruins here in St. Cloud, Florida from 1881. Very wealthy man, Hamilton Disston, who, when he was from Philadelphia, bought 4 million acres, drained the area to make it habitable for people to work, to live, and using different canals. He had thousands of employees who would come and work to do that work of clearing this area. And but here's the old sugar mill from 1881, from one of the wealthiest men in the country at the time, and it's believed that was one of the largest land purchases ever in history. 4 million acres, a quarter acre for $1 million. They said he was very good with his workers. We give him Christmas presents. I remember they said spent about $16,000 giving a lot of his Christmas his employees Christmas presents. Died, I think he was in his 50s when he passed away. So when he passed away, his family in Philadelphia wasn't interested in any of his adventures that he had here in Florida, and so a lot of it just pretty much went to ruin. But again, Hamilton Disston, this sugar mill from 1880. This is one location here and another location here. And so joining again with touring history, and we love finding these historic locations. Join you on next episode.